So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. We have already started here. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. Thuram. He's shifting through the gears here. Yamal does well to get it back. And it's Dembele. And he's only too happy to take that back. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends.
Oh, here's a chance! Pedri. Dembele. He's a sharp little ball here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Pau Torres spots it and intercepts. Well, nicely intercepted. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
That's really well manoeuvred. Pedri. Well, played right into his path. Chouameni, Konate, Nico Williams, he's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Stood up well to him there. There will be a throw-in. Spain yet to have an attempt on goal. He's picked his way through. He's got full.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Camavinga. And it's Morata. Shifted upfield. And here's Morata.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And he's let fly! Pass is just off target. Fermin. Yamal, Pedri, Fermin. Oh, that's fabulous.
France clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Conte, Mbappe.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Koundé, Conte, and it's Conte. Danger averted for now. Pau Torres promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And here's Morata. Nicely weighted ball. Fermin. Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Spain really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Decent chance! Decent enough try. Oh, that's ambitious. And that's caused a worry or two.
Mbappe really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Nico Williams. And that's played in low. Dembele. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And we've reached half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. Spain head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 16, el dorsal 14.
Here we go again.
Serán sustituidos por el
So
dorsal
neither side
9,
has yet broken
el
through.
dorsal 3.
Dembele. Spain different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Mbappe. Pedri. Oh, great ball! Saliba getting this one clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now that's well seen too. Gently done.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, that is a nice touch. There's the header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Speculative strike. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Could move up a gear here. And he welcomes it in. Mbappe! Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And it's Dembele. Delivery from in with a header! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
Nico Williams.
France are totally dominant in the middle of the park, and no way through zone.
No way through.
Yeah, This kind of bold running will always get you into areas of...
He's had a hit! That is decidedly lacking.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
That's headed upfield. Now it's Thuram. Pinches it off him. Driving forward. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And there's his chance to lead the counter. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And they're quick to get it back. Kamavinga.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he's being shifted off it. He has found the way through. Pedri. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, Red, nice interception.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
Now it's Thuram. Pedro Porro wins the duel this time. Spain can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
He's in plenty of space here. Mbappe got a shot away. And the keeper can swallow it up. Nico Williams. Good effort from distance. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
Mignon can claim that. So nothing between them in 90 minutes, and we are in for extra time.
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
So a brief breather, and then extra time.
Se ha encontrado a una niña morena con coletas de unos 5 años que lleva un vestido azul y dice haberse perdido. Se ruega a su abuelo que se ponga en contacto con algún empleado del estadio. Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 77, Morata, será sustituido por el dorsal 21.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. And here's Yamal. Kubasi. He's in space and looking for options. Williams! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, talking about a man on a mission, that was a super effort.
Dembele. Williams. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's the shot! Koundé clears. Kante producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. This interception, his positioning was spot on.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
That has been cut short. Can he get it through? Mbappe. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Could try cutting inside here. It's Dembele! Oh yes, it's there! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it!
Tenía que ser Ousmane Dembélé. Tenía que ser Ousmane Dembélé. ¿Por qué tanto celebra un gol de Ousmane Dembélé?
France have broken through. It's 1-0. That has ended up in no man's land. That's it for the first period of extra time. Yeah, 90 minutes long gone, 15 of an extra 30 have also gone, and the search for a winner is still on. Truly, this is a punishing game on bodies and heads and minds. The outstanding question, the only question, is there still room for one last bit of drama?
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 4, el dorsal 8, el dorsal 20.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
El dorsal 11.
They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end? Fabian Ruiz. Cucurella. And here's Nico Williams. Thuram is onto it in a flash. They get a throw in. Merino.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Looking for the run. He's played him through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Good spot. He's seen the run. Pedro Porro. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Spain need to give it everything they have, kitchen sink included.
Merino. And he skips past his man. And the shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable.
Yo había Cucurella ahí. ¿Dónde está Cucurella? Mm. Vamos a ver. Instrucciones individuales. Defensa. Marcaje estrecho. Ya. Que me ve. Marcaje estrecho. Abarcora. Vamos. Pero ¿por qué tanto elige este muchacho?
And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Another episode of this age-old tale of uncompromising conflict. Pass just lacking in accuracy. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And no, he's seen through all of that. So a very special reception for the very special Franck Ribéry.
Very true, and I think all of us here are expecting an awful lot from him. He is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the very best in his preferred left-wing position. He said himself that that's where he feels most free.
I guess that's what gives him the freedom to make use of his pace, his movement, and his ability to shoot from a fair way out.
Correct.
Pedri takes control of it and he's on the move. Pedri, there he goes, motoring forward. Guendouzi. Morata. And the shot!
¿Qué?
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Upamecano with the clearance. Pedri, really fierce, close defending. France have the chance to go the other way. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view.
Big chance!
Debe ser una broma, debe ser una broma, Dios.
So calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net.
Has a goal! Oh, and it's come back out to him. And he hits the net. And it again in double quick time. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
France are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, that's a key interception. Camavinga. And that could set him on his way. And he's managed to get free. Zubimendi powering forward here. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Now it's Morata. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Spain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he's heaved it away. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Chance here to counter. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, no joy this time. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance. Yeah, just the goalkeeper to beat. Great chance! Yes! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
And yes, it's... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. And as you can see, we've already started here. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And that's a throw-in. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his decision-making too. And when you consider that his job is all about supply, it's all about end product, he's become actually quite good at that. His ball retention is quite strong. And when you've got that in a wide player, you're onto something.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, well played. Yamal. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. In with the challenge. And it's Neymar. Pedri.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Pirlo. And that's a good ball. Vallecas were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
And he cuts out the supply. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Aim forwards. Lejeune. It's a really well-measured ball. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Barcelona finding their passes. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
15 minutes till half-time. Haaland. Could move up a gear here. He's found a way through. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Stood up well to him there. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's going for goal! Oh, belter! A finish right from the top draw. It had to come. It just had to come. He had to have his say.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Neymar. Hernandez. Barcelona leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. It's Pirlo. Back they go.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
And here's Neymar. Nice control. Shot a goal! They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
And we've reached half-time. So your views on the first half?
Barcelona are 2 up and everything is shaping nicely. The only criticism, it could have been 3.
Barcelona go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. Here we go again then. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And here's Haaland.
Haaland, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Camavinga, he could be in here. So much time and a shot! Yes! And they are pulling clear here.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
A case now of complete control. Time and again they are repelled. And here's Haaland. Can he put it away? He scores! It is no contest. It is a landslide.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Lejeune.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 29.950 espectadores.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they've got to deny him time and space, and that's one way of ensuring it.
Speculative strike.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Oh, super ball. Vallecas can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That is a great ball. Camavinga does well to get it back. Picked out brilliantly. And through to the goalkeeper. He's in a good position here. Great hit! No, that's just wide.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 19
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
De Jeunes. He is through here. Great position here. Can he finish? Camavinga hurtling down that right flank. He's looking for the runner here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite there.
There's the hit!
El dorsal 21.
Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, this is intriguing.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Pedri. Great defending, strong and determined. Haaland! Sticks it away! And he is just ripping it up!
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Barcelona are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Gently done. And here's Neymar. Pedri. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Four extra minutes added on. Ah, he's given it away. Driving forward. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Quality ball. Haaland has got himself a free kick. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Yamal. And that is that. Barcelona can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which... Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. And already we're underway here. Fagioli. And he cuts out the supply. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Header! And he's following up!
These early exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And smartly reclaimed. And it's Messi. Caicedo spots it and intercepts. Barcelona are looking to break at pace. Out to the left it goes. Cross from Rafinha.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Mbappe. Oh, super find. He's picked his way through. Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! First blood drawn. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now it's Son Heung-min. He's through. It's Son Heung-min! He's done very well to get to that.
Son Heung-min really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Van Dijk getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold drives forward on the overlap. Danilo. And the counter is on. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's out for a goal kick. Alexander-Arnold. Olise. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And Hernandez. And the shot! Oh, it's going to be... And again! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Stood up well to him there. Mbappe. Son Heung-min. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Son Heung-min unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Chance to finish. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
That has been knocked clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Bastoni cuts out the pass. Moved on forwards. Fagioli. He could be in here. Now it's Lewandowski. Real chance here. Danilo attempts a clearance. That's the throw. Fagioli. Son Heung-min has created one goal already. That is a great pick out. Now it's Mbappe. He's great hit! Caicedo. And it's half-time here. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 14.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
El dorsal 18.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you...
In for a header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Yamal. Can he latch on to this? They've scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finish.
Son Heung-min! He's missed, but not by that far. Barcelona come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Yamal. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He's played him through. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Asciende a 96.026 espectadores.
Just about up to the hour now. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pass is just off target. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Fagioli. Bastoni calmly anticipates. He can run onto that. He's in, surely! Now the finish! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Well timed, excellent interception. And that is as far as they're going to go. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Spread out to the left. Mbappe goes on a charge down the left. Yamal. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Bastoni gets over and intercepts. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. He's played him through. Oh, shooting chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Vinicius Junior has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And that should get the job done.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
The ball has bounced loose now. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Fagioli, big chance!
Yay!
And somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Costa Curta. He has found a way through. Great ball if he can get there. He is through here. Shot a goal!
Barcelona probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, that's an inviting ball. Hernandez. Pedri. That's been cut out, well played. Fagioli is offering some sort of an apology there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Messi!
2 minutos de descuento.
Now he wants to get in on the act here.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Now, can he find a finish? Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Time added on will be... He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Rice actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And that is as far as it goes. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Mbappe picking up the Man of the Match award.
Vamos, 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 vamos. No, táctica, instrucciones individuales. Mantener la posición. Alex Alexander-Arnold, que es muy malo defensivamente. Marca estrecho. Vamos a marcar a Beckham. Luego marca de exceso. Vamos a marcar a Jude Bellingham. Eso es una salida del varón,
Well, games at this level don't come too much bigger than this one. 90 minutes to decide whether they can take the big step up. The manager has challenged his players to deliver a statement, a warning shot to prospective opponents for next season. This is it. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Barcelona, and he's had a hit! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Olise, he's found a way past. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rafinha!
Damn.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now.
Well, as box office names go, Peter, David Beckham is right up there.
Yeah, he gets the turnstiles clicking, that's for sure, but footballing qualities?
Well, I think any defence is going to be nervous because of the sheer quality he can produce.
Especially over a dead ball.
Yeah, not just that, I think in open play he can deliver for fun too.
Lewandowski. Bastoni. Oh, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Oh, he's found him in space. It's Lewandowski! A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Saka. Now that looks a decent ball. That's the throw. He has found the way through. Tries terrific header. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Fagioli. Well, nothing to report in terms of goals, but it's not for the want of trying.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter.
Merda.
It's had its moments.
Saka just eases him off the ball. Caicedo. Hernandez. Rafinha could try cutting inside here. Yamal makes the interception. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide.
He's got the shot away! Oh, that's horribly mistimed.
Okay.
And it's given penalty. And he could not have picked
Ay,
a
Dios
worse time
mío.
to give one away. So this the chance to fire his team in front. out. Not much more than a formality.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any
Es
distraction.
increíble. Este muchacho debe ser madridista, ¿eh?
Are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand them...
Kane! He scored! A quite incredible spell.
Increíble,
They are
chicos. Hay
flying.
que hacer cambios. Hay que hacer
Well, there's always a
cambios.
chance of being caught like that
Hay
when
que
you
hacer
surrender the football.
cambios. A ver.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10.
So time for
El
change,
dorsal 14.
and this one has been on
El
the cards
dorsal
for a little
11.
while.
Serán
Things
sustituidos
starting to
por
look very
el dorsal
comfortable.
18.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Fagioli. That'll be a throw-in.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
He's picked his way through. Oh, that's a key interception. And that is a little undercooked. Shot a goal! Oh, it's there!
Dale, que se viene
And
la...
that really is so impressive.
Ahí
That's what the game is all
está el
about.
primer gol.
Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it. An impact
Ve,
sub.
ve, 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 no, 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 no.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, it was important they didn't get ahead of themselves and lose their discipline. This game plan could now well reward them with an equaliser.
Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Fagioli. Saka promptly onto that, and that is that. It's Kane!
¡Ah!
It's nice, but
¡Qué paradón!
not required.
Kane has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And he's certainly Mbappe, and the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Barcelona making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Looking for options for movement. No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring.
Hey,
because
Jesse
the rest of the team
Velázquez.
knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants
Viene la
to, this fella
remontada.
scores.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
¿Qué?
Well, I think the referee would
Me-
have told
me
him
mama-
to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there.
3 minutos de
Neither
descuento.
party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He's found a way through.
Mierquina.
Defeated all the way.
Mierquina, ese
And
era el
whistle
gol.
goes for half-time. So
Ese
half-time, no
era.
shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play, with the half-time scoreline 2 goals to 1. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, we've had plenty to go at in that first half, Peter, and it's a fragile lead that could quite easily change hands in the second. If you like your football unpredictable, I think you're at the right match.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are.
Up he goes! No, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Hernandez. Decent progress down the left. Can he latch on to this? Salah. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Fagioli. Bastoni gets over and intercepts. No way through. Oh, and he's through the middle. Look at the space here. Bellingham. Kane could move up a gear here. He is through here. Vinicius Junior. Can he finish?
Hey!
Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Kane couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I
Ya, che, le
appreciate
dije
the
que
fact
tirarlo
he's
para
trying to
adelante.
make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Alexander-Arnold. Barcelona really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, what a climb!
Asciende a 96.
He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. And here's Mbappe.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Turns and goes back. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh,
Shot
damn!
on. Mbappe is flagged offside. Mbappe. Yamal. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, well played, well played. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's intervened well there. Vinicius Junior. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. He's played him through. And he's straight offside.
Era un golazo, sí, sí. ¿Qué está dirigiendo el canal? Era un requete golazo, brother. Low facts. ¿Qué? Dale. ¿Qué es esa gente? ¿Por qué se da tanto?
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Paris Saint-Germain choosing to make the first change. Now it's Mbappe. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. In with the challenge. So nearly the perfect ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he's managed to get free. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Caught offside that time. Beckham is holding his leg there,
Hola,
a
Diana.
worrying sign.
Yeah,
¿Cómo
maybe a
estás,
touch of
Diana?
cramp, Peter. Hopefully nothing more serious than that.
But it appears he's going to be okay, at least for now. Interesting ball. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Has a goal!
¿Qué? Damn.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. And there's green grass ahead of him. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's one-on-one, surely! Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Barcelona could not have chosen a worse moment. Donnarumma will have to save it here or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Toqué pelota. Era varón, eh.
Nothing is going to
Ese muchacho debe ser madridista.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
That has been cut short. Fagioli hurtling down that right flank. He has found the way through. He's had it taken off him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly... Mbappe! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer
Ay,
goalwards.
damn. Ya, mi equipo está fundido. Sí.
Cambio de jugadores.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Çalhanoğlu.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He can run onto that. He's in, surely! He's had a shot! Dispatched clinically. Deep into injury time.
Golazo, eh.
And he's only too grateful to
No hay
capitalise on the keeper's
tiempo, de hecho.
misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now,
Added time is up.
Damn.
And there goes the whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. Your final thoughts, Jim?
well, the game plan for me just looked...
Perdí. Estaba a punto de ganar. No, empatar más bien. Vamos por la victoria. Necesitamos una victoria para ascender. Espérate, no elegí estrategia. Táctica. Instrucciones. No. Mantener la posición. No. Alan, que es muy malo defensivamente. Marcaje estrecho, a ver. Osimhen, luego marcaje estrecho. A Pedri o Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah, obra de la esquera. Chao, Lofax. Ya me voy también después de ese partido. Me retiro.
Barcelona can do it here. 90 minutes away from reaching their target. It is the sort of opportunity they would certainly have settled for if offered it on day one. That was then, this is the here and now. Can they meet their ambitions, their aspirations? Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that yet again this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. The action has already started. Barcelona cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. And here's Lewandowski. Foot in. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Lewandowski! Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Elise has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
He's a lucky boy. I've seen cards issued for less. Here's hoping he stays out of further trouble.
And back to the goalkeeper. And here's Osimhen. Kvaratskhelia. Alexander-Arnold. It's a quick one. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Rafinha. Pedri.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Para disparar.
Alexander-Arnold is there, and he can pick it up. Pedri. Caicedo does well to get it back. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Ruben Dias. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Achraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine and occasionally an eye for goal.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Rice. Wirtz. Wirtz! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Wirtz just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Wirtz. He's in plenty of space here. Mohamed Salah. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's picked his way through. Elise. Swung in towards the middle. Terrific header. Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal.
been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Could be danger here. Can he put it away?
Vamos.
Hot knife through butter.
Tito Lewandowski.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Barcelona have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Kvaratskhelia going face-to-face with his great rival. He's got the shot away! Oh, what has happened? Oh, it's fallen loose again!
Damn. Qué gol más pendejo me hicieron.
Too grateful to capitalize on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Elise. Now it's Lewandowski!
Ooh.
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Yeah, but that's the threat posed by teams that have those kind of players who are willing to make those types of runs.
Pedri. Osimhen. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pedri. Can he latch on to this?
No puede ser, no puede ser, no puede ser.
More of that, please.
He's had a shot! This time, surely!
Ooh.
And that wasn't far away.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Hernandez. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. Pedri. And we hit half-time.
Estaba atacando, Pitaro.
Half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd, and a fair reflection of the territorial state of play with the half-time scoreline 2-1. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
Hice 3 cambios, para matar el partido.
Satisfied with where they are. After a half which has certainly had its moments, has been lit up with some flair from time to time. The scoreline in their favour at the break, 2-1. And the game has already resumed here. Valde. Pedri. That has been slung wide. Mbappe, looking for options for movement.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Ruben Dias with the clearance. Barcelona do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Looking for the runner. Osimhen. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And
Amarilla.
that's a booking.
Well, maybe
Amarilla, bien merecido.
It's a silly card to pick up. The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
He'll fancy it. Kvaratskhelia! And that's caused a worry or two.
Kvaratskhelia did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Now it's Osimhen. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. And we have our very first corner. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Yamal tries making a foray down the right. Corner given. And that has been cleared.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 96.000
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's played into the area. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? It's their second corner of the game. Guardiola can get it clear. That'll be a throw. Hernandez with the challenge.
Que esa pelota era para mí.
Free kick. Gently done. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Shapes to shoot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's good
Yo creo que
movement, though.
al
A bit
controlarlo
unlucky he
tan
couldn't actually steer it
largo.
goalwards.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, great chance. And the shot! Two up and threatening to pull clear.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And the great chance!
Que
That is certainly not
lo
what
crucé
he had in mind.
Yeah, that
demasiado.
was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Now it's Osimhen. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ruben Diaz gets over and intercepts. That is good alertness.
Tiene mucho
They're back in possession
mucho
and
delantero
ready
el
to go
cabrón.
again. Yamal.
Por eso que hace
A
tanto.
slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and
Por
buts.
eso hace tan.
If only the pass could have completed its
Por eso
journey.
juega tan y muchas veces de largo.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rice. Oh no, what has happened here? And he's running through. There's the shot!
Sí.
He should have put that one away.
He'll be
Qué
fuming
malo
with
es
himself for not
Vinicius.
converting. He could have killed it off.
Corner number 3 coming up. Mohamed Salah attempts a clearance. Hernandez. And the shot!
Ay, Dios.
That is decidedly lacking. Pedri. Balde. Darwin. Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Bernardo Silva. somewhat off target. Ruben Diaz. Rice. Valde. Pedri. Now Ruben Diaz. Balde. Pedri. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pedri. No, it's not getting there. Fagioli. Oh, easy pickings there. Played out to the left flank. Barcelona could counter here. Now it's Mbappe. Ruben Diaz.
Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Oh, that's fabulous. There's the hit! They want to be quick to recover this. Volleyed effort.
Listen, I'm not sure he had to go at that first time, but at least he showed some good confidence.
Barcelona get their 4th corner. Hernandez. 4 added minutes on the board. Driving forward. And it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, well played. Bernardo Silva has given away a free kick. Tomori. And that is as far as it goes. A statement win on a crucial day, and now major tests await.
Uh-huh. Ay, chicos, de YouTube me voy,